Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session of Democracy and Evolving Idea, where we have seen what are the prerequisites for a democratic setup to be successful and the goals of the democracy to reach to the common man. We have seen that democracy means a responsible government. Democracy should be based on equality and inclusiveness. Under this democracy to be based on equality and inclusiveness, we have seen the issue of Estonia and even the Fiji, where only few people are given the right to vote. Then we have moved on to that democracy requires even the active participation of citizens. And today we shall read about democracy also requires civil liberties. Civil liberties in the sense the common man requires certain rights, okay, his freedom, okay. So how this democracy functions successfully when these civil liberties are guaranteed for its people. People can participate in decision making of the government only if they are free to know. If they don't have that freedom to know what's happening, they cannot participate. So they can discuss, they can form independent opinions, they can express them, they can form associations to press for their views, okay. And even these all are called as civil liberties. That means forming the association, okay, for having the right to criticize, having the freedom to express their opinion. These all are called as civil liberties. So, however, these rights were not gained by people easily. Previously, during the monarchical rule, during the military rule, हम उसके खिलाफ बात करने का right नहीं रहती थी हमारे को. अगर कोई बात करे तो उसको ले जाके जेल में डाल देते. So, but you have the right to criticize the government today. So that is also one of the most important prerequisite for the successful functioning of a democracy. And government sought to control free speech, free association and rights of the people to know about the public affairs. But today you have the Right to Information Act, through which all the government information you can get, and you have the right to criticize, you have the right to form an association, you have right to gather, okay, and express your views. So these all things comes under the civil liberties. Most government decisions were kept secret from people. The newspapers and books were restricted or were censored. सेंसर बोले तो जो उसके खिलाफ आती है वो आर्टिकल कट करते थे, एडिट करते थे और उसके फेवरेबल लिखने वालों को दे यूज्ड टू गिव प्रायोरिटी. सो दैट सेंसरशिप वाज मोस्टली इन प्रैक्टिस इन मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज. But now people were not allowed to form political. Now they are allowed to form the political parties. That is the reason India has more than 100 political parties, children. So we have the freedom to form the political parties, trade unions or any kind of organizations of their choice. But only one party or officially sponsored parties were not allowed to function. And many of these rights, for example, you take were not available to the people of USA. These all rights what we have talked about, whether the forming the political party, forming association, organization, gathering at a place or criticizing or telling your opinion. These all kinds of rights were not there to the people of USSR, even though there was universal right to vote and periodic elections were conducted. See, in a communist country, these rights, these civil liberties were not given to the people, even though there were universal right to vote and elections were conducted periodically. For every 5 years, 6 years, the elections were conducted there. That is why they had to put up with one party rule for nearly 60 years. The same thing is happening even with China today. Chinese also don't have the right to express their opinion. Recently, what happened? Jack Ma, you know, Alibaba, the most famous company from China, Alibaba. So this company chairman Jack Ma has spoken against to the Chinese Communist Party, and he went on missing for the past 4-5 weeks. He is absconding. So this is how the businessmen or the people who invest in the China face if you speak anything against to the Chinese government. So that is why they had to put up the Chinese Communist Party is in power for the past 70 years. And in Russia also for 60 years without the civil liberties the government has run. So even today these rights are not available to the people in all countries. Restriction on civil liberties helps government to remain in power only. That is what happening. That's not called as a democracy. Democracy should have the civil liberties. You must have the guts to accept the criticism and you need to go for elections when they express their opinion. So democracy also requires equality, as we have earlier seen, inclusiveness and equality we have seen. So we noted earlier that democracy requires political equality. What was the political equality? One man, one vote, and one vote, one value. In Fiji, it was not the situation. One man, one vote, but a Fiji local person will have more value than an Indian Fijian will have. So that was not one value. So one man, one vote and one value is equality, political equality generally we need to observe. So for this political equality to be really active or effective, it also requires equality of social and economic status. Of course, the social and economic status equality cannot be achieved overnight. Political equality has been given through the constitution and it is being implemented in the country like India. But whereas social and economic equality could not be achieved, as a result of this, there are many differences, or there are many inequalities which have arisen among the people in the country. So if the society is divided into higher highly unequal classes of rich and poor, or high caste and low caste, then the political equality will become meaningless. That's what happening in the country today. So those with higher status and wealth can easily control the others, force the rest to vote according to their choice, and in a large number of families, the male heads of the family decide for whom they should vote. That means women will not decide, but the male should decide. So we shall see further about the need of free and fair elections in a democracy in next class. Thank you.